Yo, what's good, man? This is part 2 here with
Jada, the one and only.
Jada. Let's go. Thank you for being here. I mean, this is part 2.
Having me.
We hope you guys enjoyed part 1. Part 1 was more focused on just your background, just growing up
For sure.
from middle school, high school, family, and so on. So now we're trying to get more deep into the reason why I really got you here was because of your business. So let's talk about business itself. So just growing up, what was your first business idea? Like, what was something that you always wanted to do as a business owner?
Well, before I started 1221, there's a whole bunch of names that I've been through till I resonated with this. I originally wanted to do, I always stuck with denim, but I wanted to sew letters on denim. And I was just like struggling with it. And like, I just like, it wasn't really working. I don't know why it wasn't working. So that didn't work out. So it's like, I went through a breaking point after that idea because I was just like, not in my creative aspect. Okay. So it took me like a year and a half to start the idea of 1221. And, my relation with God got me closer to him, and my talent that he gave me really pushed me to start doing what I'm doing now, which is when I started to create 1221, which I still resonate with denim. I just do a lot of upcycling and a little bit more of creative freedom when it comes to my art and my sewing skills.
Okay, that's nice. And I see, your merch.
Yes, guys, if I stand up, like I have some shorts on.
She got some shorts on. And I've seen it. I've seen it actually in fashion shows, in fashion runways and so on.
Yeah.
And so just being a fashion designer, being a stylist is something that always came to you when you was like a young child,
I don't know if it came to me when I was younger. I always knew that I just loved clothing and I loved to put on a nice outfit. And, I was very blessed enough where, I could have the new Jordans on and, get a new Easter outfit, when that time came around. So I always was in the blood, in the genes. My grandma is a seamstress. My aunt went to school for fashion merchandising as well, excuse me. So it's kind of always there. It really didn't happen until like 2020 where I was like, this is time to like really put it forward.
Okay, so it's something that kind of started like 2020. That's when
it's really, really started in 2020 during COVID, when everyone was just down and, coming up with a hobby. And then I just came up with the hobby, learning how to, sew. And I had friends and my grandma, helped me learn how to sew. And that's when I was just putting pieces together. That's when that one piece came into play where I was doing the letters on the denim, and then around 2021 I stopped, and then that's when I came up with the idea of 1221 in December of 2022. Took me a year, and then I just launched December of 2023.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
How was the feeling when you first launched?
It was great. It was definitely tears, because I didn't know who was going to support me, and that's the thing, like when you do something new, you never know who's going to support you.
That's true.
You never know who's going to be by your side. You never know if somebody's going to hate your stuff. You never know if somebody's going to talk behind your back. Because, I've had experiences, where, people don't like my products, or they don't like the way that I present myself, or maybe they don't like the color of the photo that I've done. But I always tune that out. And, my business is my business. And it's my heart, it's my passion, it's my love, it's what I do every day, what I strive for. Just like a regular person, I strive for hair and nails. My passion is clothing and fashion and being sustainable. So, yeah. And I did my second launch, which was a couple weeks ago in June, which was really cool. And I launched my summer collection, which I launched some shorts. I launched some trucker hats, some clogs, and also some tote bags too. So next launch won't be until winter 2024. I have something huge coming. And but I do have a collaboration coming out in August with somebody really special. So it's going to be really dope.
We're going to be ready for it. We're going to be ready for it for sure. So if we was to look at how many hours you spend sewing and just putting your time in your craft, how many hours would you say?
Oh my God. It's a lot. Days. But one thing about me, I work under pressure. Like, fun fact, when I did Restoration and Buffalo Fashion Week, I literally made all the garments a week ahead. That's because it's like I'm involved in the shows, and then I'm also designing in the shows. So as I'm prepping for the shows, I'm kind of losing the tension of like, Jada, you have a collection too that you have to represent.
Exactly.
You need to make sure that you are putting your all into that. So that's something that I'm trying to learn, is to not work under pressure and to take my time with designs and thoughts. That's why I'm not dropping again till fall, winter 2025.
Right.
2024, excuse me. Just to make sure that everything is right and it's complete how I want it to be.
So how do you, because working under pressure is one thing that I used to actually be so good at, just being in school as well. But like you personally, like you mentioned that you work better under pressure and so on.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Because some people may not know how to do it, but and we're not encouraging anybody to do it, because it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone, because you have to be really so good at it that whatever task you have, can finish it the same exact day.
Yeah.
But like, how do you do that?
Well, I mean, with me, like, I just free sew. Like, when I made my garments for for Buffalo Fashion Week, those were like all garments that I've upcycled, and that was really when like I really knew this was going to be a sustainable clothing brand. Even too, when I did Restoration, that was like it was called reuse. So I just used garments around the house. I used like buttons, flowers, a whole bunch of different things, and created that. So that was like something that I had drawn previously, but with Buffalo Fashion Week, I literally just sat down on my Singer sewing machine in my mom's basement and just was sewing and it's hard, when it comes to, a needle might break and you be like, oh, like, I'm tired, I don't want to do this no more. But you always have to have that mindset in the back, like, you have to keep going. Time is too short, and you have to make sure that you stick to your passion, stick to your value, and have people watching over you that, you have to prove to them, not even prove to them, but just making sure that your talent and that you are made for what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's not, like you said, it's not allowing people to look at you and you trying to prove them something.
Yeah.
Like, also, do you have mentors when you're doing your work in terms of like fashion, sewing and so on, because that's also an important thing to have?
Yeah, I have like 6 mentors.
6 mentors.
I have a lot of mentors. I guess I can name them. So like, I have Brad. His name is Brad. I have Ashley. I have Gina. I have Jamil. I have Rashad. And then I have Miss Erin Habes. So like, those are like the 6 people that I like go to, and like some of them are like fashion mentors. Other ones are like finance, business plan mentors. So it's like a whole group of people who really like push me and motivate me when it comes to my business. So, and I talk to them, all the time. And I'll be like, yes, I have 6 mentors. And yes, this is why I'm doing this, because them, and they're pushing me. And I love everything of that they are doing, which motivates me. And they see my passion, which they want me to do better than, what I'm doing right now. So I'm grateful for that, for sure.
That's legit. Shout out to your mentors.
Shout out to y'all. I love y'all.
You're doing good for yourself too. You're doing good for yourself. So
yeah.
they making sure like you going in the right lane. So what's the importance of mentors, if you was to say?
The importance of mentors is just having that person who really sees in you that you might not see in yourself. That's what's really important about mentorship. And, specifically for like my fashion mentors, they see the passion that I have for the industry and pushing me to expand my knowledge when it comes to like my designers, or when it comes to fabrics and textiles, and, gaining internships that might be in New York City or Paris or LA, whatever the case may be, going studying abroad. Or I might compare it to like my business mentors, where they're helping me get funding and teaching me about sales tax and my target market and building a relationship with my consumers and my customers. So it's really important for that because they really it's building the foundation of me and me as well, and putting our ideas together just been great. But you definitely need to have somebody who does not even be older than you. You can have a mentor who's younger than you, but somebody who sees that value in you that you might not see to push you to go even further than you might not even see.
So age don't really matter. It
doesn't.
It's looking at that person that really sees the true values in you, the person that's working on themselves. So like, let me say you had people also, let me say people criticizing your work in terms of like your mentors and so on. How do you handle that criticism?
Yeah, criticism is hard. Like me, I'm a sensitive person. So, I have to take criticism to the heart and I have to really sit on it. That's the thing. Like, you can't just take criticism and say, oh, they really don't care, blah, 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 blah. Like, they just want to hate on me. But it's really some good criticism that you really have to take to just push yourself even harder than you might not thought you could take that. So, you definitely just have to work through it. It's a part, and you just have to be strong to take criticism from all different aspects when it comes to schoolwork or it comes to your business or it just comes to life in general. It's very important.
Right. Yeah. You have to you have to take criticism. I mean, because just being
it's hard.
you're gonna face criticism all the time. Even feedbacks from your customers are criticism. Like they will buy something, they will tell you, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, this and that. Or maybe you could have made my size like this. And and then sometimes you'll be like, damn.
Yeah, I definitely take a lot of criticism from my customers, specifically when it comes to customs. So what I was doing is I was just taking my creativity and putting them on garments. But my customer's like, I really want this garment, but I want plus size and I want, a size 42, or making a jean jacket that fits somebody at the top. So I really had to expand my knowledge when it comes to taking criticism from my customers because they're the one who's supporting me at the end of the day. So I have to make sure they're happy so that my business can be successful. So that's something that is really, really, really important for real when it comes to being an entrepreneur, just being a business owner in general for any aspect. It doesn't have to be clothing, running a store or, photography, videography. Like, it's important.
It's very important. It's very, very important. You just made a great point right there. So now let's jump into time management because I know when it comes to a business, you're constantly busy. You have people that even want to hang out with you and so on, but then you have to make a choice. Do you want to succeed or do you want to fail? Do you want to stress or do you want to stress and still find time, to have the stress-free, in your schedule? So how do you manage your time as a business owner?
Honestly, I can't even tell you. I don't know. One thing I do is I definitely make sure that I have time for myself in the morning. That is really my main thing when it comes to making time in my schedule is waking up in the morning, reading a devotional, connecting with God and, letting him go about my day and let him hit flow. But I schedule meetings that I also have a calendar. So I have scheduled meetings in different colors so I can be more organized when it comes to time management. It's crazy because I sometimes don't even have time to go out with my friends or go on a date or do this or be with my family because, I'm always either at a meeting or event or just expanding my knowledge. So it's very important to be balanced too and have that schedule when it comes to that and making sure that you have time for yourself, and taking care of yourself. I just came from a vacation from Atlanta and that was no work. I didn't do nothing. I opened my laptop once that I had a meeting that I forgot that I scheduled. But it was very helpful. And I was just relaxing and it was just great. So definitely taking time for yourself is important.
That's true. Sometimes I tell myself, let me take some time because I've been working really, really hard. So my schedule is
I bet.
6 a.m. I'm up. I go to the gym. From gym, make my breakfast. From breakfast, work, home, repeat. So
that's the thing with your work. You have to explain. You work a 9 to 5.
I work 9 to 5.
Then your business.
9 to 5. Then I work as a coach. I coach kids.
Okay.
From coaching, then I come here. And then after I'm done, if I have any bookings, take pictures. After I'm done, edit. Because I just feel like I just want to edit. Sometimes I just want to sit down and edit. So I'm editing, finishing up some of my work, and boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So,
See, guys, it's hard. You know, we really be hustling out here, you know.
Man, we trying to make
we
it.
all trying to make it. We all trying to make 8 figures.
We trying to make it, man. We trying to make it.
God have mercy upon us.
For real, for real. But yeah, so let's talk about, because you mentioned you don't have time for dates and so on. You know, because just being a busy woman and so, and you need someone that's gonna understand you,
Yeah,
that's gonna
for
understand
sure.
your time and many more. You know, many more things. Like, how do you respond to people if someone wants to come to you like Jada? You're very beautiful. I like you, and I'd like to take you on a date. Does this day work for you? Like, how do you respond to them?
Well, there is a lot of people who try to take me on dates or want to go out to eat and stuff like that. But, you know, I literally just have to let people know, like, even if I respond and I take the time to respond out, you know, like I'm busy. And my time is dedicated to my business and my life and things that I do, you know. So if it's a case where it's like on the weekend or, you know, on a Friday night where like I have nothing going on, if I'm not tired, then like, okay, then maybe that's different. But, people have to understand that, you know, and it comes to time where people want to just, okay, well, you can make time for me, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's not the case, you know, it's not the case. I'm telling you, man. So a lot of people begin decline. But you know, it's gonna come, you know, and it's, you know, you want a partner, you want somebody that is supportive of you and that is behind you in all aspects of life, not even just business, but just day-to-day activities, day-to-day life, and doing those fun things. So sometimes that, you know, you crave those things as a woman, but you have to realize what's important, and, you know, just wait for God's plans and things will just happen.
That's it. That's it. You have to pick a person that you're compatible with.
Correct.
You know,
That's
where
the thing.
everything just connects, you know, time management. You guys, I know you guys are busy, but you do have that time slot in your schedule where you guys can meet up and go on a date and so on. So
for
yeah,
sure.
makes sense. So like let's talk about, so you also have a guy though. Would you prefer a man that makes more than you or a man that makes less than you?
I guess, I mean, of course you want your man, well, how should I say this? I mean, if a man makes less than me and he's still providing, then that's a different case. Even the case where, like, you know, a man makes more than you, he's still providing for you. So I'm like set in the middle. Like, you know, if my man got more money than me, then that's dope. You know, okay, you can take care of me. We can go on vacations. But, you know, also as an independent woman that I am, I want to make sure that I am financially stable so I won't have to rely on no man to take care of me in certain instances like that. So
don't you think you guys could be like interdependent where you guys can both,
correct,
you know, work together, take care of each other?
Yes, that's how I am, you know. So if it's a case where he, you know, that's the thing. I'm in the middle of it. Like, it really don't matter to me, long as he is taking care of me, then nothing should be wrong, and we're taking care of each other for real. Right. That's also very important. So
right. No, makes sense. You got to take care of each other and so on.
Yes.
This kind of like, I wanted to bring this up because it brings us to the video that I wanted us to watch. So this video is Jayda Wayda and I think her friend. I don't know her friend.
That's Dior.
Yeah, this Dior. Yep, her friend. So basically, they were speaking on that, where if they would prefer a man that makes more than them or less than them. So let's watch it, and you know, you can say what you want to say about the video, and I'll also comment on it.
Okay, cool.
Why you saying low? I ain't hear you. You clear your throat?
Yeah, no.
Can a guy have less than you and you fuck with him?
Oh, why you saying low? I ain't hear you. You clear your throat?
Yeah, no.
No, I ain't hear you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, no.
No,
I'm not. I have to have. I feel like that's one of my.
As a man, I feel like you just should have more than me. Like,
Yeah, because dating somebody that doesn't have more, they're gonna try to make you feel less than as a woman. That's how I feel genuinely. I know girls who are more dominant in the relationship as far as financial status, and their boyfriends try to dog them out. just to make them feel like they not that bitch. And I never want to be a part of that. But if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I'd rather it be with somebody that that could benefit me rather than somebody that's taking away from what I got going on. Because these men that don't have the financial status that you have, they are gonna try to just make you feel like you're not her. I've seen it. I have plenty of friends that got hella money and they got a regular guy.
Can a guy have less?
What's your opinion on that? Because like me personally, okay, go first.
Well, you go say your guy perspective, but no, I mean, I agree for the last part. She said, having somebody who is benefiting you. But, even just like life cases right now, there's women that I know right now in my life who has a husband that they're making more money than their husband, but their husband is still benefiting them, in certain circumstances. So I guess it's that relationship and, making sure that he respects you and you respect him, never put a man down just because he don't got enough money than you,
right?
And never put a woman down because they don't got enough money than you. But, y'all can build together and work on that in certain cases. And what she said about having a man who's just regular and she's making more money, that's her. Everyone has different examples and relationships when it comes to that. So, I really think you can't really compare to everybody. It's really what your situation really is, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Me personally, one thing I can say is just if a man, so the guys that do feel some type of way, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, because bro, like me personally, if my woman is making more than me, it's gonna actually motivate me 10 times to even work 10 times harder to even provide for the family as much as she's providing for the family. That's where it comes into play, where you guys are a team. You guys are a team.
That's why I said building each other together is important.
Exactly. You guys are a team at the end of the day. So what is your mission? What is your goal? What is your plan? Because a lot of times, if you take a look within relationships, women do come up with a lot of bigger ideas, in terms of like, oh baby, can we do this? Women are more like a secretary. Yeah. So if she making more than you, that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, just make sure you show her you're a man, make sure you showing her your masculinity, because as long as you're doing that, she's gonna also respect you in return.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're not doing that, if you're just lazy, you're not showing her that you could work hard, that she's pushing you, she's motivating you, she's gonna belittle you, and that's where the insecurity comes from.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think it's like a stereotype, like men don't get insecure. Men definitely get insecure. Men sometimes get jealous of their women for doing greater than them, and vice versa, of a woman getting jealous of their man for doing less than them. But in her case, in Jada's situation, she dates a rapper, so of course he's making millions of dollars, as she just owns a boutique clothing brand, so her having just a regular person who works a 9 to 5, that might not satisfy her, but that might satisfy somebody else. So like I said, it just depends on like the situation and the circumstance that you're in, but if, like I said, if they're benefiting you, they're providing for you, it shouldn't matter.
I feel like let's forget the money part too. Let's think about, do you genuinely love that person or do you not? Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, if you're with that person because of the money they have, then you're just wasting your time, because someone gonna come and they're gonna take them. Yeah. So like, you can really be with someone that's working 9 to 5 and you're making millions, but as long as you love them so much, as long as they're bringing value, like you said, as long as they're building you up on a daily basis, giving you peace of mind, I don't think that money part really matters. The money part only matters if that's your only thing, that's the main focus within the relationship. So me, where I'm from, a lot of men are breadwinners within the household. Okay. Where a lot of women are stay-at-home moms and so on. So like, me seeing a woman that's actually working hard, making money, it's something amazing to see. Because a lot of times, a lot of women in my country.
What country?
I'm from Congo. Okay. So like, a lot of women like to stay home when their husband are working. So like, me being a husband and my wife, she's also making money. That is amazing, because we're trying to build generational wealth.
Generational wealth, that's the key. Y'all better take note.
One person can't really do that. It's generational wealth for a reason, because you're going to have kids. So how you guys going to have those kids? two people gonna have kids. You know, how you guys gonna make sure you raise your kids? Two people gonna raise those kids. So make sure you plan that future too. You know, so I understand, but also these celebrities and whatever, people tend to look at them, you know, and take their advice. So I just feel like whatever advice they give, that's cool. That's cool. But make sure you get your advice from either yourself or from your mentors, your parents that actually have been together for many years. Have thrived, have went through the worst, have made money together, have not made money together. You know, make sure you surround yourself around those people.
And to feedback off what you were saying, you know, definitely, you know, having that person who can, you know, help you in certain situations, or just, you know, opinion is an opinion. You know, you can't take that opinion to her. And just really, like I said, knowing your true self and knowing you and your partner, and is this what I want, you know, and making that known, you know, because, you know, for example, if somebody just stops making money, now what are you going to do? Are you going to leave them? You know, like, are you going to leave them, or are you going to stay and build up with each other and grow?
Exactly.
So
they could lose it all the next day. They can lose it all. You could have someone that's making $10 million, you know, but at one point they will lose it all. Like, and then you leaving them, did you genuinely love them, or you love them for that money? You know, so make sure, yes, money is important because you want to be with someone and build that stability, you know, because at the end of the day, you guys want to do fun things together. You want to travel. You want to do memorable things together. You know, so
build a family.
Build a family, because how you going to raise the kids? You know, you don't want to have kids at the wrong time when you're not financially stable, because then that's just selfish of you. You know, because how you going to raise them? You know, so people have to be mindful of that. They have to be mindful of that. So I just feel like it was a great video to watch, because then it gives us that perspective where, okay, you understand that there are people outside that actually really think money is everything. You know, so
it's not. And that's the thing, is like, you know, where people's like, is it money over love? You know, do you want to be loved? You want the happiness, or you want the money, you know? And, you know, with happiness, money can come. And even with money, you know, happiness can come. But, you know, it might it just depends. You know, everyone has their own judgment when it comes to certain things.
Yep. And one thing, just don't be with someone that's not willing to work hard. You know? Don't be with
That's the thing, y'all. Don't come to me if you ain't working hard. If you ain't pushing me up, do not come to me.
That's it. I feel like that's the main thing right here. Just make sure you have someone that's willing to work hard. That's not gonna feel any type of way of how hard you work, because then, like I said, just have someone that you're compatible with.
Yeah, for sure.
Someone that's working hard as much as you're working hard. Someone that's providing as much as you're providing, so you guys can just be happily.
Just be happy.
Happily ever after, whatever. That's how you say
happily ever after.
But yeah, Jada, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate you. I see your hard work that you're doing out here. You gonna come to my next fashion show?
I'm gonna pull up. Just send me the flyer.
Come.
Yeah, send me the flyer.
Actually, I'm having something in August, and also restorations happening in October.
All right.
But stay tuned, guys.
Stay tuned, man. It's the Easy Pinchot Podcast with your one and only host, Glory Boy, here with Jada, the owner of
1221. Make sure y'all follow me all Instagram, all social medias. My personal is Princess JIVY21. Follow me. I have so many different things that I'm doing in the community. Also, stay tuned. I'm curating a panel of local designers August 25th at the Bowflow Music Arts Festival in celebration. So that's going to be something you guys should be excited for.
All right, let's go. Thank you.